Welcome to another exciting episode of These Are Your Notes. Here we go. This one is about converting decimals to fractions. It would be a really good idea, go review the first video of the year for more help. That video, if you remember, it's the very first thing you did notes from me on, was converting fractions to decimals for most of my students. So that would be a great idea. I'd be all for you trying to convert 3 3/4 into a decimal. Go watch the video. In fact, this is going to be on your warm-up the morning that you guys come in this next morning. So go ahead and do this problem to practice, because it's going to be on your warm-up. So be ready for it, because it'd be real fast if you do it tonight. Some vocabulary. The last video you guys watched with me multiplying and dividing with decimals, I used this all over the place. Guys, the vocabulary is killer. 0.62, not really read that way. It's actually supposed to be read 62 hundredths. Let's put an S on that. It's 62 1/100th pieces put together. 0.078, nope, it should be read 78 thousandths. 7 over 100 is 7 hundredths. It can be read that. That's how you read it. That's how you read a fraction. You don't read 7 over 100. You're supposed to read it as 7 hundredths or 7 fifteenths. It's the same number as It's the same number as 0.07. These are the same number. These are the exact same number. They both stand for 7 hundredths. 0.309? No. It is 309 thousandths. And I forgot the TH of it. The 309 thousandths. Ugh. I know. Tongue tigers. But if you can read these correctly, it makes converting them into a fraction so much easier. So much easier. Here we go. Step 1. Convert to simplified fraction form. Not only fraction form, but simplified fraction form. Here is the key to this. If I had 0.58, what would I times it by to get 58? What would you multiply 0.58 by? Would you multiply it by 10? Well, it's going to move the decimal one time. That's not a whole number. You would multiply by, I gotta move it one more time. You multiply by 100. So that's one way of knowing that you're supposed to take 58 divided by 100. Or if you read it correctly, if you go back here, this is 58 hundredths. It's in the second decimal spot. So if you read it correctly, if you take a second and actually use hundredths and thousandths, you would know this is really 58 hundredths. What's left to do? Simplified fraction form. What can I divide top and bottom by? Well, 8 is even, 0 is even. I can definitely divide it by 2. Let's see, I know 50 divided by half of 50 is 25, and half of 8 is 4. So that means this is 29. If you have trouble doing that, do your scratch work over here. 2 goes into 5 twice. 5 minus 4 is 1, bring down to 8. 2 goes into 18, 9 times. 29 right there. Half of 100. I'm not doing that. It's 50. Okay. 50 can be divided by 2. Can't divide 29 by 29 by 2. 50 can be divided by 5. Divide by 5, you have to have a number that ends in 0 or 5. No, they can't do that. Looking at 29, 29 is actually prime. Can't simplify a prime number. So, this is actually the final answer. 29 over 50. We're done. These are the same number. These mean 58 hundredths is the same as 29 over 50. The same number. The universe becomes odd. 43 and 84 thousandths. I'm using the vocabulary? What? Here's another way. What would I times this by to get a whole number? Gotta move the decimal one time with 10? That's not enough, dude. How about 100? Almost there. I think we need one more. 1 thousandths. Hey, look. If you read it correctly, it's all part of that reading. Look right here. 1, 2, 3. The third place is thousandths. Done. Now, here's a little catch on this. 43 is a whole number. Just leave 43 in front. You don't need it to be part of the fraction. You can leave it right there. You take 84 divided by 1,000, right? So now we're going to simplify. I could just divide by 2, but I know I can take 8 divided by 4, and I can take 4 divided by 4. Divide top and bottom by 4, because whatever I do on the bottom, I got, and the whole number just hangs out in the front. 8 divided by 4 is 2. 4 divided by 4 is 1. 100 divided by 4 is 25. I know 21 can only be divided by 3 and 7. 3, 7. Can't divide 250 by that. So this is actually our final answer. We're all set. 43, 21, 250 hundredths. Takes some getting used to. I always think about it like this. What do I times it by to get to a whole number? What do I times it by to get to a whole number? And that's pretty key. So the example we just did at the top, that's converting, these are terminating decimals up here. So what we're going to do now is we're going to see, we want to still convert to a simplified fraction, but these are for repeating decimals. A little bit of a trick to it. We're going to do a lab tomorrow in class, so you guys will actually get to play with this a little bit more and actually know why I do this little rule. But it's kind of long-winded, and it's good that you play with it on your own. Here's what I would do. Here's what I do. I still think, what do I times this by to get it to equal 15? 10 only moves it once. 100 will move the decimal twice. Well, the answer is not going to be 15 over 100. Because if that was the case, that would actually be equal to just 0.15 normal, that terminating. If it's repeating, you got to take 100, and you got to minus 1. And you get 99. So it's actually just 15 over 99. Another way of doing it is count the numbers that repeat, and there's 2 numbers that repeat, 1 and 5, and just divide it by that many 9s. I can divide the top and bottom. Well, can't divide by 5, but I can definitely divide by 3. 15 divided by 3 is 5. 9 divided by 3 is 3. 9 divided by 3 is 3. So 0.15 repeating, gotta have the repeating symbol, is equal to 5 over 33 as a fraction. Part B. Negative 3.054. Again, I'm not worried about the whole number. The whole number doesn't really affect what fraction you're going to use. It's everything after the decimal. What do I times 0.54 by? Well, I want to get 54 by itself. I want to get the whole number. That would be 10 That would be 100. That would be 1,000. But I can't just, I have to minus 1. Get 999. So this is equal to -3, 54. You don't include the 0. It's just 54, just like it is right here. You don't include the 0, you don't need it. It's useless. Divided by 999. I definitely know I can divide 54 by 9. -3. 54 divided by 9 is 6. 999. 9 divided by 9 is 1. 9 divided by 9 is 1. 9 divided by 9 is 1. So 1, 1, 1. My little trick with the 3. 1 plus 1 is 2. Because I can't divide this by 2. But can I divide it by 3? 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 plus 1 is 3. I can actually divide top and bottom by 3. Got -3. Well, 6 divided by 3 is 2. And let's go on over here. Let's show some scratch work. Mr. V showing scratch work. Who would have thought? 3 goes into 11 3 times, so -9. You get 2. Bring down to 1. 3 goes into 21 7 times. So my final answer is -3 and 2/37. And that's it. That's the scratch work for these two. So that's basically converting a decimal, terminating. Example number 2 is terminating decimals, no repeat symbol. And example number 3 had a repeat symbol on it. So that's it for this video, and I hope you have a great night. Bye.